Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Hope you guys are on a great week. So happy N7 Day, guys. It is November the 7th, which means it is officially N7 Day, which Bioware do every year. So we celebrate all things Mass Effect. So for those of you that may not know, Mass Effect probably is my favorite video game franchise. It is the reason I became a gamer. It's also the reason I became a YouTuber, because I watched a lot of YouTubers following the controversy of Mass Effect 3's ending, and it just inspired me to want to sort of put myself out there and my opinions and review games and sort of do that and share my passions for games with you guys. Well, it of course is N7 Day, which means that Bioware have released a special N7 video. So actually on November the 20th, it will be 10 years since the original Mass Effect came out, and they've released a video to celebrate it. I haven't seen it yet. I've been putting off watching it until I could get a chance to record. So here are my reactions to that video. That music, man, that music. Oh,
when you develop a video game, you have ideas about what is going to be unique and essential to the experience. And we knew that the idea of choices that matter, that would be something important in Mass Effect.
We wanted it to be realistic science fiction. Casey was really big on that. He wanted it to be something where you could imagine it, that it could be possible.
The vision that we had was that we would tell this story over the course of a trilogy of games. The progress from the player carried through from one title to the next, which is something we hadn't really seen much before.
The heart of Mass Effect is humanity. Stories that are science fiction stories, but are human stories and are relatable stories and touch people.
I mean, Mass Effect was special because it was
oh my God, I'm gonna get
big
emotional.
space opera that I always wanted to play in, with spaceships and aliens and big battles. It was everything that I loved growing up in video game form.
Everywhere I've traveled, I can see the N7 hoodie with the stripe and sort of take pride in all different people from different creeds and colors are wearing this merchandise that directly reflects my own blood, sweat, and tears that went into it, and that is super rewarding.
Yeah, that first time when you go into
When the original Mass Effect launched on the 360, I don't think anyone was quite prepared for what it would mean for the future of the RPG genre, or just how big the fan base for this game would be.
Edmonton's kind of up in the middle of nowhere. We're up in Canada, and it's hard for us to kind of feel that energy. It's not until you go down to some of the conventions or get feedback from people how important this is.
The people who cosplay, the people who go to conventions, the people who are really interested in bringing our worlds to life.
If it weren't for Mass Effect, my life would be pretty different.
It gave me a sense of companionship and friendship and adventure and unity, something I felt like I was lacking from my real life.
I really needed
Dude,
that
Game MD, that's awesome. I love her.
And just that excitement.
And
so
these
amazing.
Things, we don't think about them when we're making the games, but these stories really become ultimately the reason why we want to make games.
It takes you anywhere you want to go. It's kind of amazing.
Jennifer Hale.
And it was brave and adventurous in some really awesome
That
ways.
is my Shepard,
different
guys.
people and relationships coming together for a common cause, even if they all don't get along.
Nobody's better than anybody else. Nobody's worse or less deserving than anyone else. And that is a direct reflection into what we hope for humanity. Shepard means everybody gets a chance, and everybody gets represented, and everybody gets to fight and play in the way that they choose.
There is no one Commander Shepard. You can't say, oh, Commander Shepard is like this, Commander Shepard is like that. Everybody's Shepard is going to be different.
We were always sort of fighting to sort of zero in on what is that sort of box within which, you know, Shepard should exist. Is it 2 Renegade or 2 Paragon?
We really wanted to have an iconic character with armor and just an overall look that you would be able to recognize.
We knew Shepard was important, and we knew we were in it for the long haul. I mean, I think we did something like 400 helmets for Shepard, probably 50 to 60 armor variations.
Damn.
And there was one that had the N7 type stripe and some kind of an insignia along the side.
I actually just put N7 on there, and we didn't really know how important it was going to be, but what it really did was it resonated with the players and took on a life of its own.
The way that we shot Shepard and the Normandy was very classic hero. He or she always felt like they were huge and this massive hero. When it came to the Normandy, we used to try to shoot it like a car commercial.
We designed a ship to look like a Concorde, but when we were actually doing the painting of it, we based it more on American muscle cars. So I had SST
Really
on there,
cool.
and that wasn't gonna work. So I approached writing, and it came back with this, SSV. I go, so the Normandy's coming along, it's flying through space, and all of a sudden Saren's evil ship comes and you have to evade it. Well, that's not gonna work, is it? So then we end up coming up with SR1, writing came up with that, and it turned out really well.
I mean, if Bioware has any kind of special juice, I think that characters are our special juice.
They carry the story, they let our players immerse themselves in the world. Without the characters, people wouldn't have the attachment that they do with Mass Effect.
One of my favorite stories
God, I'm gonna
was
cry.
when we released Mass Effect 3. There was a person who was live streaming, and he got to that moment where Morden is ascending the tower.
Oh my god, I just bawled
and
at that
he stopped
moment.
talking. He just stopped cold. I don't think he was ready or prepared for that character to go
I
away.
really was not either.
You know, we call these characters your virtual friends. And for some people, they are more meaningful as entities than the mere experiences that they have with them.
Having a blank slate is one of those things that is both freeing and terrifying. With Mass Effect 1, there were no characters created, there were no species created. We didn't have anything. We had to invent it all.
Thane took forever to do because just one line in his description made it very hard to concept. They said in that line, he's a romance option, and that just threw us a curveball. Plus also, everybody found out we were basing him off a fish, which not many people think of a fish as a romance option.
Romances are some of the most difficult scenes to work on. How do you make out with a Turian without, razor blading your face off?
The approach that we all took with it is they're people first, romance is second. One of the gifts that I think I was given was being able to write our first gay squad mate for male Shepard. I was on a panel, and a guy cosplaying Shepard pulled me aside and said, playing Caden was an important part of my journey in coming out to my parents. That is a real gift to a writer, to know that you have contributed to their life in somehow that has made their life better.
I can't think of a lot of careers and jobs where you get to meet and connect with fans like that. Mass Effect was something special when it comes to that.
We started off with a grand vision, and as we went through, it was amazing to see all of those dreams actually fulfilled.
It really is an honor to have worked on something that has touched so many people's lives.
The future of Mass Effect, I think, is really bright.
People just want to know more about this place, these characters.
And I think people keep coming back because it feels like home.
We just love the idea of creating worlds and letting people continue to enjoy the worlds that we create.
Seeing this universe just continue to expand has just been an amazing experience and something I'll never forget. And I hope, our fans will never forget it too.
Oh my god.
One of my favorite memories was having Mark Meer create what the Vorcha were going to sound like.
They are essentially space cannon fodder who take themselves very seriously.
We wanted them to sound, kind of liquidy. So Mark just grabbed a water bottle and started speaking with the water in his throat.
Human!
And that's how the Vorcha came to be.
I love that. Oh my god. That was just so great. And oh my god, that was amazing. So that really just completely I'm actually tearing up because Mass Effect for me is one of those special experiences where I just became so connected to the characters and the world and the story and my Commander Shepard and everything that she went through and her best friend Garrus and just everything. And it was just such an amazing experience to play that game, to play that trilogy for the first time. I really wished I had been a YouTuber when I played Mass Effect 3, so you guys could obviously see my reaction to it. And it's just one of those games that if you have never played it, it is for me an iconic series that just is just completely amazing. And it's what I hold all Bioware games up against. And that's probably why I was a little disappointed in Andromeda. It wasn't a bad game, but the characters and the story it didn't hit it like I'd been expecting it to do so. So I'm hoping Anthem will be good, and I'm hoping it will have the characters. I'm hoping Andromeda is not the end of Mass Effect. I don't think it will be. I am optimistic. I'm hopeful that they'll continue this beautiful, beautiful universe, these amazing species and environments and world, and keep creating great characters, Bioware, because that is why your fans love you so much, and why even 10 years on, Mass Effect is still my favorite game and is still the benchmark for me, which I compare many other games to. And I just want to say, of course, if anyone at Bioware sees this, a massive thank you for the Mass Effect series, because it just had such an effect on me, and it's beautiful, and it's really where I think that games are an art form, you know, that where games can tell such a powerful story. And just thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you so much. Love to everyone at Bioware. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on that video, guys. Really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. It brought all the feels out, all the nostalgia. So I will be doing some Mass Effect related videos in celebration of N7Day. My next video is going to be where I talk about my favorite moments in Mass Effect. So look forward to that. I will catch you guys later in the week. Hope you guys are having a great week. Anyway, take care. And as always, happy gaming. Bye, guys. Became a YouTuber because I watched a lot of YouTubers following the controversy of Mass Effect 3's ending, and it just inspired me to want to sort of put myself out there and my opinions and review games and sort of do that and share my passions for games with you guys. Well, it of course is N7Day, which means that Bioware have released a special N7 video. So actually on November the 20th, it will be 10 years since the original Mass Effect came out, and they've released a video to celebrate it. I haven't seen it yet. I've been putting off watching it until I could get a chance to record. So here are my reactions to that video. That music, man, that music.
When you develop a video game, you have ideas about what is going to be unique and essential to the experience. And we knew that the idea of choices that matter, that would be something important in Mass Effect.
We wanted it to be realistic science fiction. Casey was really big on that. He wanted it to be something where you could imagine it, that it could be possible.
The vision that we had was that we would tell this story over the course of a trilogy of games. The progress from the player carried through from one title to the next, which is something we hadn't really seen much before.
The heart of Mass Effect is humanity. Stories that are science fiction stories, but are human stories and are relatable stories and touch people.
I mean, Mass Effect was special because it was...
Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a great week. So happy N7Day, guys. It is November the 7th, which means it is officially N7 Day, which Bioware do every year. So we celebrate all things Mass Effect. So for those of you that may not know, Mass Effect probably is my favorite video game franchise. It is the reason I became a gamer. It's also the reason I